What's going on, people? Hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to more Esports Talk. My name is Jake Sucky on Twitter, by the way. If you guys want to follow me for daily banter, I'd love that. Love having a little army over there on Twitter with a bigger army here on YouTube. Appreciate you guys as per usual. Something we've actually talked about a lot in the past, and I don't think is actually being reiterated enough. Most recently brought up by Nadeshot himself, that being the fact that Scump should really retire from Call of Duty. Once he does, he will be a lot bigger, which I cannot wait to see, and also break down that progress in the future when it does happen. Scump himself, in case you guys are not aware of this, last time we checked in, I think he said he has about 4 years left maximum of his Call of Duty career. I believe he told Hector that on an Eavesdrop podcast. Speaking of Eavesdrop podcasts, first of all mentioned by Nadeshot, the most recent one being with Courage JD. If you guys don't know Courage, formerly of Optic himself, he has made a blanket statement, not even a blanket, just a straight up statement reiterating what we've already talked about in the past, the fact that Scumpy has missed out on millions of dollars by sticking it out and competing in Call of Duty.
And I've talked to Seth about this before, but I remember thinking when I was back as a commentator and first trying to get my audience going, it's like, man, I would love to just switch to be Seth for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Because Seth has done a great job with many things in his business, and I know that there's pressures for him as Call of Duty, but we've talked about this before, and I will say very candidly, Seth has lost out on millions of dollars. Just plain and simple. Millions of US dollars that I don't know if he'll ever regret. He still has very good financial success. That he's more than fine. But me as the business person I am, even if Seth just reinvested and had someone hired to his team that could push those things forward, it's so insane that, you know, he's great. He's got his house. He's got everything. He is further ahead than me in that. But at the same time, and every person is different.
Yeah.
Seth could have, I think, more fun with what he's got.
Yeah. You know, what's crazy about him is that, and something I'll always respect, and I'm glad that Mama Scump is always there guiding him in a situation like this. But I do appreciate the fact that he's so frugal, and he's always thinking about his next move. Like we talked about it recently in the podcast, where he's like, you know me, man, I take care of my money because I never, ever want to need for anything or want for anything.
And I don't think anyone is arguing this, but diehard fans, I love you guys. You remember our video on this where we talked about Censor losing out on a $100,000 deal for participating with the New York Subliners, not even starting, just being a part of that lineup. He lost out on a six-figure deal. We also had Scump say similar things with Hector in a podcast way back, so very similar story. With these league restrictions, a lot of Call of Duty pros cannot take every sponsor, every endorsement, every advertisement deal because of conflicting sponsors with them or the team in the league. They just cannot do that. So if Censor is missing out on hundreds of thousands of dollars, you have to imagine, just like Courage has stated, especially over the years, Scumpy has easily lost out on millions. And so for all of you guys out there, because I don't dip my toes into the debate of top 5 or top 10 or all-time Call of Duty players, I have no reason to give you guys my advice on who the top players are. But when people try and downplay a name like Scump, think about this. The man has not only, risked a lot when it comes time for competing, of course, sticking it out and trying to compete for more titles and championships. Alongside that, he has actually sacrificed opportunity cost and given up millions of dollars just to stick it out and keep competing. I'm sure he has a competitive itch. I'm sure he loves to compete, but think about that if you were in his shoes. Can we just sit back and think about that? You have an offer, an opportunity to get away from your main game, get away from your main job, go do a different job instead every single day and make millions more, but you stick it out with this job making millions less. That kind of perspective really gives me all the more respect for an all-time great like Scumpy. Courage out here, guys, just giving out the straight-up statement. He has not lost six figures. He has lost 7 figures and beyond just competing in Call of Duty. Once he does stop, I think we're all very excited to see where a guy like Scump does go. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. You know what to do. You're already doing it. I don't got to say it this time around, all right? Stay hydrated. I'll see you guys back here sometime soon. Millions of... I'll never see that kind of money. You better believe.